Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you watch this channel. There is a time William Ruto came out publicly and said that he and his team had complied with the Supreme Court's recommendations on the housing project. I think you must have remembered, you remember that time, which preceded, that statement preceded the meeting that took place in State House and the various attacks on the public on the judiciary. The move was very calculated to make sure that judiciary comes to the round table with the executive. That was the move, and that was the intention. And many people took that narrative, the politicians in UDA, they took that narrative, fueled that narrative, just trying to paint the Supreme Court and the judiciary in a very, very wrong way. But the move was very simple, to try to gag the judiciary. Ruto promised to sign the housing levy into law, the new one. He talked about conforming to the judiciary's or the Supreme Court's recommendation. But the Chief Justice, KOOME, yesterday dismissed those alleged remarks by President Ruto that they have an agreement on matters around the affordable housing project.
Judiciary is not in any capacity able to enter into any agreement with the executive.
So, this statement by KOOME leaves us the question as to whether you also believe that there was an agreement between Ruto and KOOME during that roundtable meeting in the State House. So I will share with you a statement from KOOME, but before I do that, kindly take 1 second, subscribe to this channel, like this video. Those who supported us before, thank you so much for that support.
Judiciary is not in any capacity able to enter into any agreement with the executive, especially in a matter that is before court. The judiciary was not a party in that cause, and I tried myself to look at the clip where His Excellency the President was quoted to have said he entered into an agreement with the judiciary. I'm a judge, I'm not a communication expert, but all I could say or deduce from that conversation is that it was taken out of context or there was misinterpretation, because what His Excellency was saying is that he agreed with the judgment of the court that gave directions on what needed to be done to create a framework on how to administer the housing levy. And what he was telling Kenyans is that the executive has complied with the directions given in the judgment to come up with a framework, which is the Housing Levy Act. I would like to assure Kenyans is that the judiciary was not a party in that matter. The judiciary was discharging our function of determining a dispute which was before us. We are independent, we are impartial, we were not parties to the case, therefore we had no capacity or local standard, as they call it, to enter into an agreement with the executive.
Very well, ladies and gentlemen. Could as well say that KOOME amruka Ruto kwamba hawakuelewana. There was a time Samson Cherargei talked about High Court judges wanataka sijui 10 million, loan or grant, wanataka more bodyguards, wanataka vitu vingi. These things they said that the government should first of all abide by. Wanataka sijui more appointments to be done first before they can come into agreement on these issues. What followed was that the SHIF law, which someone had petitioned in court, in petition a court, the SHIF law that was seeking to replace the NHIF SHA. The High Court dismissed it. The petition that was seeking to stop it was dismissed. A new ruling was brought into place. I think it was through the Court of Appeal. And SHIF law is now being implemented. The housing project also had suffered. There was supposed to be public participation, but the courts had temporarily stopped it. But what has it that what followed later on is that there was also a U-turn on the same, which allowed the public participation to take place, debate to continue, and that is what led to the signing of the housing levy into law. So, despite the fact that Martha Koome is saying that hawakuelewana, but if you look at the way things are unfolding, you could be tempted to say that walielewana. Because if at all hawakuelewana, then why is it that hizi sheria zilikuwa zinaanza zinapita and ilienda mbio mpaka this bill has been signed into law now. So one can easily differ with what Martha Koome, the CJ, is saying. But again, Martha Koome could be right, but she could also be wrong. If she's right, for example, it means hawajaelewana. If she's wrong, it means the events that took place in the courts could as well say that they were complying with the agreement they had in STATEHOUSE. I mean, that is what I can easily understand from this whole confusion. What do you think about the same, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think what Ruto said in public ni ukweli, and what Martha Koome said, I think in a meeting in Nakuru, sio ukweli? What do you think? Just go below the comment section and offer a reaction on the same. Because personally, I think kuna some kind of confusion here. Someone is telling the truth. It's either William Ruto or Martha Koome. Either one of them is telling the truth. But Ruto says tulielewana. Koome says hatukuelewana. But if you look at the events, the courts venye zilikuwa zinapitisha mambo, you could as well say that maybe Ruto is telling the truth. But just go below the comment section and tell us what you think about the same. So perhaps if you watch this video and you've not subscribed, please take 1 second, go below the comment section, go before the comment section and subscribe, like this video. Till you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.